I have been waiting to make Atlantis build in Disney Dreamlight Valley for so long. And finally, this week's premium shop, Jungle Mystery House, and the matching wall kit allowed to tap into the aesthetic of Disney's Atlantis, the Lost Empire. I built the City of Atlantis in the entrance landing of Eternity Isle. It took over the three smaller biomes on these raised platforms. It already had some edge crumbling wall pieces and columns, so my goal was to use it in combination with this new building kit and try to recreate a city inspired by Atlantis, but also fitting for the Eternity Isle. So let's build it. I started with the Jungle Mystery House and the Player's House, which I switched to the same house skin as well. One of them will go on a higher platform, and another one next to the main traveling well. I'll start with building the more symmetrical wall section around the first house. This wall kit only comes with 4 pieces, but the corner piece is versatile enough to use it as a way to close smaller gaps if the larger wall pieces don't quite fit. I am leaving the walkway behind the house open to be able to go on a balcony and some empty space in front of the house because of the mining node. This smaller area has 3 mining nodes, which definitely makes it harder to decorate. In this case, I'm going to place the archway on a spot where I need to access the mining node and continue building the wall to create this enclosed space around the house to make it look like a temple on top of the staircase. Moving down to the second area, first I'm going to place archways next to each entrance and start filling in the wall gaps as much as possible. Since we already have the walls on the outside edges of this platform, I'm going to utilize it in some places. I want to have one main path here and split the rest of the area into smaller rooms. Here, I'm also planning to use a lot of the vines items on the archways and along the wall sections, like if it was an ancient overgrown palace with withered stone walls taken over by nature. The third sub-biome, I'm going to continue the similar wall structure around the second house to close off the well area. Here, I just want to have a wide path connecting other parts of Ancient's Landing and for this sub-biome to feel like a continuation of the other two. With the same walls all around it, it should look like one large palace positioned on top of the platform against this massive stone wall behind it. For the next step, I'm going to add some trees around the build. I'm using the willow trees and placing them close to the wall corners to create this overhanging cascade of green foliage. I will also place the blue ancient lampposts at each entrance, and unfortunately, they have to be turned on manually every time. I wish they would stay on during the day. That soft blue glow is what truly would make this build look similar to Atlantis. The vines, on the other hand, if you activate them and they are in a fully grown state, they will stay like that even after restarting the game. And the lower vines on the ground are serving as a barrier or as a wall, so you cannot walk through them even if they're not in a fully grown state. In this open central space, I am building an altar where I use the statue from the map and surround it with vines and the water feature made using the Neverland River Kit. And I'm also leaving some space to walk through because there is another mining node back there. Next, I'm going to add the pathing to cover some of that green moss and grass. The platform already has some stone on the ground, but it's not fully covered, which is fine. I just want to use some of that matching ancient stone path to add more defined pathing sections where it's needed. For the next step, I will be adding details to the palace interior, including overgrown foliage and some Eternity Isle furniture and decor. I'm going to add a couple functional areas with the crafting and cooking stations, and the time bending table with the vacuum, which is for once matching the environment. I am a huge fan of Atlantis The Lost Empire movie, and I always loved its aesthetic. That blend of ancient technology and monumental stone architecture, the contrast of glowing blue crystals and withered stone, moss, and ruins claimed by nature. The Ancients Landing definitely has a lot of that aesthetic borrowed from the movie, and even the exact same elements like the statues in the distance. It was very disappointing when we didn't get any Atlantis characters from the Eternity Isle, which is why I'm very excited for the announcement of the next DLC. And if we are truly going under the water, could it be a reference to Atlantis? I guess we'll find out soon enough. I'm absolutely loving the final result. I wanted to build Atlantis and my Ancients Landing ever since we got this expansion, but we never really had a good amount of building pieces to make something cohesive and something more than just crumbling wall pieces and jungle foliage. I know this wall building kit was not meant for Atlantis build, but rather more for a jungle temple similar to the ones from Indiana Jones and Lara Croft. But I think it did its job in this case, and it can be used in Ancient's Landing as well. I actually like this contrast of the warm sandstone color and existing gray stone. What do you think? Would this build pass for the city of Atlantis? Thank you so much for watching till the end. I hope you enjoyed this cozy speed build and that I convinced you that Atlantis is the best Disney movie ever created. If you liked the video, consider leaving a like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye everyone.